Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Armor Markets webinar. Today is 4th of November 2015, and today we will talk about CBT, which is the system which I have created. It's a channel trading system. It's a multiple time frame based system, and you will see how channel trading system or CBT is traded. Okay. Uh, uh, to be honest, this system is still undergoing a testing phase, so it's still in a testing phase. But due to unique nature of the system, as I said, it's multiple time frame based. You can try to trade it on demo account to see how it works, and my opinion is that it has a really good potential. You will see. Uh, before I begin, as always, standard is disclaimer explaining that online education materials are available by Admiral Markets as Estonia. They are meant for global audience, and you should take into consideration the information in this session may not be suitable for everyone. If you want to get a corresponding information on charting conditions and any other detail, you should visit Admiral Markets Global, select your country, and contact an appropriate entity. Then the risk disclosure statement stating all possible risks associated with Forex market. By accepting the risk, you're also proceeding further with me. And Admiral Markets UK Ltd takes no responsibility for information accuracy. This is solely my opinion, and these are not MUK's opinions. Forex is risky business, and this webinar is for informational and educational purposes only. Of course, guys, don't need to mention it, but just for your reference, download Admiral Market Supreme Edition, a host of excellent tools, excellent programs for managing your trade, for correlation, for alarms, for everything you need to trade successfully. It's an edge in your trading. Admiral Markets is officially the best MT4 broker, and you're trading with the best MT4 broker officially. Okay, as I say, I want to keep it simple. So a little bit explanation about channels, and then we will move to CBT system. For all people who are a little bit late to this webinar, I am just saying that this is the system which I have created personally, and it's still in testing phase. It trades channels on multiple time frames. It's exclusive, so I think that you should give it a try. Try a demo platform and see how it works. Of course, if you have good trades or whatever, bad trades, or you like it, please do not hesitate to email me, okay? Because I want to see what's your opinion on that. Now, what are channels? Channels represent the tops and bottoms in the price of a particular pair, okay? Channels are basically areas of support and resistance. To create an up or ascending channel, we should draw a parallel line at the same angle as an uptrend line and move that line to position where it touches the most recent peak. To create a down channel, draw a parallel line at the same angle as the downtrend line, then move the line position where it touches the most recent bottom. So simply put, guys, you probably know that already. This is ascending channel, this is descending channel. With CBT system, we will use an indicator which will draw channels automatically, okay? So we distinguish a couple of different channels. So we distinguish ascending channels, descending channels, horizontal channels, equidistant channels, MA channels, and also there are other channel types. This is the indicator which of course you will be using in our system. It's this is not a system itself, it's just a screenshot. But the thing is that this represents an ascending channel, which is uptrend channel. And you can see for a channel to have to be, I can say, valid, you need to have at least 2 touches. Okay, and you can see that there is even more touches. Down channel also, most recent bottoms are used, and usually this is the representation of ascending channel. Okay, This is the descending channel, okay? Descending channel, okay, also automated, but it looks perfectly. And if you see this, you know that the price is in downtrend. This is basically a slightly sloped downward channel, but this is still, I can say, a sideways channel, because you can see there are really touches of the bottom and touches of the top, but still the price looks like it's going slightly to the downside, but more as a sideways price action. So these are the types of channels: uptrend, downtrend, sideways channel, and those are usually manually draw channel or indicator draw channels. Now we also need to distinguish between MA channels and other types of channels. MA channels usually require a moving average of high and low. So let's say 20 EMA high, 20 EMA low, and you will have a channel. Then there is ATR channel, which basically takes ATR range in account, and it's used in some systems. Other types include Fibonacci channels based on Fibonacci numbers, Donchian channels, which are also volatility channels, and Kelter channel. So those are other types of channels. This is representation of MA channel. Usually MA channel will look like this, and this is the representation of a Donchian channel. Now, CBT system, as I said, I want to really be very straight with the system, because why would we talk a lot more about channels where it's very straightforward? Alif is asking, this is the first part of CBT system. Alif, what do you mean the first part of CBT system? What does it mean? The first part of CBT system. This is the system, and yes, you will be using these kind of channels to actually trade it. Indeed, you will be using these channels to actually trade it. And I still see that people are joining in. So guys, for all of you who joined up a little bit later, this is the system which I have created, and I invite you to test the system. If you have any questions regarding the system or whatever, you can send me an email. Of course, you can demo trade it. You can demo trade it if you like it, and every suggestion is appreciated. So guys, feel free, of course, to email me. Feel free to send me a screenshot of a system, because I really want to help you to trade this system successfully, okay? I really want to do that. So do not hesitate to contact me, definitely. So as I say, guys, pretty much straightforward CBT system, okay? And we will be using SHI channel, which is indicator-based channel, but it's working. It's working really good. Stochastic oscillator. This is multiple time frame method. So you will need to scan through different pairs. And this is the core of the system, MACD. And because this is the main part of the system, we need to understand thickening versus thinning histograms. Now, guys, pay special attention to this, because this is the core of the system. This is the engine, MACD. What is MACD? MACD is frequently used to identify momentum and retracement. MACD on charts give us valuable information about momentum and retracement. We usually use top-down analysis on MACD to measure the actual momentum, okay? So we use top-down analysis to measure the momentum. Now, let's say, guys, that we start on either daily or 4-hour time frame, okay? For this system, you always start with daily. Listen to me carefully. Don't ask questions later about this, because this is now very important. Daily or 4-hour time frame to scan. This will be our main trend. So first we open a time frame. that there is 4 hour, let's say 4 hour time frame. If blue line is above red line and above zero line, we say that price has a buy momentum. Okay? So if both lines are above zero line, we have a buy momentum. If blue line is below zero line and below zero water line, below red line and zero water, we say we have a sell momentum. Okay? This is important, guys. This is when we have both trend and momentum. Both trend and momentum. Okay, if next lower time frame has momentum, then we need to move to next lower time frame to find a loss of momentum. This is thickening histogram. This is thinning histogram. This is a loss of momentum. Okay, guys, pay attention to this. Okay, we have thickening histogram, which indicates that the price is in downtrend and it has strong momentum to the downside. On daily and 4 hour charts, you don't need to look at actual momentum. You just need to look at thickening or thinning histogram. Okay, so 4 hour chart has a thickening histogram. We move to 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart has a thinning histogram. That means that this time frame is retracing, guys. Oh, sorry, the screen is frozen. Okay, I will I will do it again, no problem. So guys, you start, as I said, from 4 hour or daily. If you see that 4 hour has a thickening histogram, thick histogram, you don't need to watch daily time frame. Okay, pay attention to this. So first you open 4 hour time frame. If 4 hour time frame has thick histogram, you move to 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame has thinning histogram. Okay, that means that 1 hour time frame is retracing. So you need to move one time frame lower. We don't take 30 minutes because it's too little difference. We need to move 4 times lower, so it's 15-minute time frame. Below 1 hour, we go to 15 minutes. And look at this. Both lines are still below zero line, but look at this. Actually, we have a loss of momentum. M15 is retracing. And we look at the channel bounce on M15 time frame, guys. And we need a trend. I will show you later on real chart. But this is very important. Notice thickening versus thinning histograms. Again, 4 hour time frame has thick histogram. If you don't see thick on 4 hour, you move to daily. You don't go above daily time frame. Okay, 4 hour time frame, thick histogram. 1 hour time frame, thinning histogram. So you need to move to 15 minutes to see a loss of momentum. A loss of momentum is indicated by this. Signal line is crossed and you will see thick histograms to the upside. So M15 has retracement. So you want to sell on retracement, guys. So you want to sell at the top of the channel. Now, what does that mean in charting terms? Standard MACD 12.26.9. So guys, let's say that 4 hour is in downtrend. 1 hour is retracing. 15 minutes, let's say, is showing also downtrend. But you need 15 minutes to have channel like this. And you will sell at the top. Sometimes it will be 1 hour. For example, daily thickening. 4 hour has thinning histogram. 1 hour has histogram like this. So you will trade this on 1 hour then. But it needs to have a trending channel. Okay, I will show you that. Simple. Okay, now let's go to live charts. If you have any questions now, guys, please ask me, because now I will move on to real charts. Okay. Okay, guys, I don't see any questions. Let's move on to real charts. Okay, here we have daily. Okay, open 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, guys. Let me clear this. Okay, 4-hour time frame, guys. We have a tick histogram. What do we do now? Okay, does anyone know what should we do now when we see tick histogram? I'm waiting for your answers. Answer me. What should we do now? Okay, type an answer. It doesn't matter if you don't understand. Just type an answer. Yes, guys. Tavi and Marco, excellent, guys. Excellent. You're following me. That is what I love to see. We move to 1-hour time frame. 1 hour is having, look, yes, but you move to 1 hour. Look, it's still thickening. We move to 15 minutes. Thinning. We move to 5 minutes, guys. Okay, we want to see the top of this channel now. Okay, we want to see top of this channel. It's in downtrend. And we want to see stochastic cross from the top of the channel. And bang, that is your entry. Once more, tick histogram. Tick histogram. 15 minutes. Okay, now what I would do, guys, I would go on 15 minutes because at this time, when price hits this level, 1 hour will show thinning histogram. Okay, and 15 minutes, I would go on 15-minute trading, and 15 minutes will lost momentum. Okay, so probably when this trend line is hit, you will see thinning histogram here. 4-hour will stay thick, and 15-minute will have weakening histogram. This is it, guys. So you want to trade here, the short trade at the top. Your stochastic should be crossing from 80 or very close to 80 to below. That will be your sell entry. That will be your sell entry, guys. Okay? Is this clear to you? Please answer me. Is this clear to you? We will use other example. It doesn't matter. Just tell me if this is clear. Okay, excellent. Okay, let's use other example. Dollar yen. Start with 4-hour. 4-hour ticking histogram. Look, thickening histogram. It's thick. 1 hour thick. Okay, but maybe if it starts to retrace, it will become thin, right? 15 minute. Thinning. Okay, guys, look how the price is changing. Okay, now what I would do, I would wait on 15 minutes for the price to touch this bottom here, because 1 hour will probably be thinning. So you always need to go in succession. Tick, thinning, entry. If you don't have a succession, you don't trade. So at the time when 15 minute hits this level, check your 1 hour. 1 hour should be thinning. If it's thin and 15 minutes is bouncing off this level and your stochastic cross is crossing, okay, guys, then you take a buy trade. This type of MACD is my MACD. It's called Camarilla MACD. And of course, thanks to Admiral Markets, you are free to use it. Whoever wants this template, guys, do not hesitate to send me an email. I will send you a complete template with indicators. Okay? So guys, do not be afraid. You are in good hands. This is my creation. Okay? This is what I have read a lot about William Blow. I always recommend William Blow's book, Momentum, Direction, Divergence, where he explains this kind of MACD movement. So then I applied channels to this type of trading, and it has a good perspective. So I advise you to try this system. Okay, let's try to find other pair. It doesn't matter, guys. GBP Swissy, for example. 4 hour. Oh, strong downtrend. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, you see, it's steering now. Daily. Daily is thick. 4 hour thin. So you want to take a trade on 1 hour time frame. But guys, this is very important. I will tell you now. Okay, see, you need to have, okay guys, obviously, obviously, you see, this was a possible entry here, buy. But we want to see, basically, I always love to see when price lost momentum below zero line. But it doesn't matter because you can see it here. This was stochastic entry here, and price was 54 pips in a profit. Okay, now this is very important. I will use dollar yen example. When you take the trade, okay, listen to me carefully now. You always need to check histograms. So 4 hour is thick, right? And both lines are above zero line. You want always to see that the histogram is thick and both lines are above zero line. That means that there is a trend and there is momentum. When you go to 1 hour, you want to see 1 hour thinning, but you want both of those lines to still be above zero lines. If histogram goes below zero line and these lines go below zero line, you don't take the trade. You don't take the trade. You want to see thinning histogram while both of those lines are still above zero line. 15 minutes, it's okay if it goes to the downside. It doesn't matter. Because that signifies a loss of momentum. It's always better to see that it goes below zero line. Always better on your entry time frame. Because then your stochastic, this is the best entry you can have. Here, guys. Okay, let's see if even here. Stochastic cross, but look where MACD was. Okay, so thick histogram. 1 hour was thinning, right? And 15 minutes show perfect entry below zero line, because that is a good loss of momentum, because you don't want to buy or sell when there is momentum. This is pullback trading. You want to see a loss of momentum, or how traders call it, retracement. Retracement is nothing else than loss of momentum. Remember that. It's always better to trade loss of momentum in trend. Always better to trade, guys. And look at this now. Entry, and look where the price went. 66 pips. I think this is very good trade. You need to agree with me. This is and looks like a very good trade indeed. Okay, guys? So let's see other example. Let's see GBPN. 4 hour. You start with 4 hour. Thinning. Okay, you see daily. Daily tick to the upside. Okay. 4 hour thinning. You want 1 hour loss of momentum. Okay, you see there was an entry. Okay, but now this is good example. I really prefer to see MACD going below zero, but sometimes it won't happen. Sometimes it will just bounce straight from this level. If you see this, you don't take the trade, because this candle already went 56 in profit. You don't want to buy that high. Okay, Australia, New Zealand, 4 hour tick. 1 hour, okay, thinning, still above zero line. 15 minute, guys. Okay, 15 minute, okay, we can try to trade it when stochastic goes down and crosses above. So it could be rejection from these levels here. Okay, it could be. As I say, it's always better to see this below zero line, but well, if it doesn't happen, then we go with stochastic. Okay. If you go to 5-minute time frame, okay, you see there is a loss of momentum on 5-minute time frame. Okay, but look at this. The price hasn't touched this yet, so I would stay at 15-minute time frame. Now, this is what we should always differentiate. As I say, this is ideal, guys, scenario. This is ideal scenario. Tick, thin, and 15-minute look. It should retrace like this. So in this example, 15 minutes should go below zero line. Ideally. Yes, the channel is automatically drawn. Roshan is asking me, yes, it's automatic. You don't need to do anything. So this would be ideal that it goes below zero line. In this example, I might try to see 5-minute because it's below zero line. So if it bounces off from this spot, but ideally it's below zero line. That MACD goes below zero line and then shows a retracement like this. You want to see this always. This is the best signal, like this, but preferably on 15-minute time frame. Okay, this is what I still need to test. Okay, whether I can take 15-minute entry from like this, or I should move to 5-minute to trade bounce from this spot. This is what I still need to test. But as I say, guys, this is perspective system. This has a good future, I think. So you could really try it and see what also works. Because I don't have so much time to test it, but I really developed it, and I was going to a lot of phases till I decided to let you know about this. Stop loss always, guys, go around the previous low, but it's in between 30 pips. Usually about 30 pips is your stop loss. Okay, but as I say, you can go below last high, you can check with some pivots, but how I did it, it was about 30 pips. CAD-yen, let's say. 4-hour thinning, so daily probably is tick. Daily tick, 4-hour thin, 1 hour. Okay, this is ideal, guys. Now, okay, this would be ideal. Look at this. 1 hour lost momentum. It went below zero line. And at the close of the candle, if stochastic cross above at the close of the candle, if stochastic cross above 20, I think this is buy entry on CAD-yen. Okay, this could be a buy entry on CAD-yen. So you need to wait for a close, which will happen in 30 minutes. Yes, this is a template, Eitan. You will get it if you send me an email, of course. So what I would do at CAD-yen, I would wait, for example, to close this candle, and if I see that stochastic goes up, I would probably buy it. Now there is also a possible second rule for an entry. If this histogram starts to thin, we don't wait for stochastic cross. We immediately enter the market. That is the second rule for entry. I need to test it still, but for example, this is thick histogram, you see. But if this histogram, because it's below zero line, if this histogram, which is below zero line, starts to be a thinning histogram, immediately when it starts to thin, I will go for a buy trade. This still needs to be tested, so let's see. I would open a test trade to see if it happens. So if this histogram starts to thin, okay, starts to be, it needs to be below zero line. Don't remember this. It needs to be below zero line and starts to thin. Then it could be an entry. Not like dollar yen example, not like this. When, for example, you see this is thinning. It needs to be below zero line. Below zero line and then starts to thin. Okay. Is this clear to you? I want confirmation, clear and concise confirmation that it is clear to you guys. Okay, just type OK. Okay, all clear. So CAD yen could be a buy entry if this histogram starts to thin. I need to test it, but that could be early entry. You can get much earlier entry than if you wait for the candle to close. Okay, this is just a test phase. So this can be early entry when this starts to thin. New Zealand dollar. 4 hour. Tick, look, tick. 1 hour. Tick. So I would wait for this to start to thin. So I would probably go to 15-minute time frame. Okay, guys, this is good. We want to see, you see this? Okay? And look at this. It crossed here. It crossed to the upside. This is important, guys. Cross of these lines. Look. Both lines are still below zero line. And it needs to start to thin. It will thin probably at the time the price hits this level. So look at this. Look how good this looks. Okay, this is now a loss of momentum. And you wait for touch of this level, then you want to see again thickening histogram because you want to sell, and bang, it should go down. Also stochastic could cross. Okay, so probable entry would happen at the touch of this channel, and then when channel is touched, you want to see thickening histogram for early entry, or stochastic cross for later entry. But if stochastic cross on 15-minute time frame, I think it shouldn't be too late. So you always want to, with early entry, you always want to take a thick histogram from thin, okay, from thin to thick histogram when you start to sell. And in dollar CAD example, or we had CAD yen example. You want to see, okay, 1 hour time frame. You want to see that this histogram starts to thin because you want to buy it, okay? Stops, try with 30 pip fixed stop loss, but I wouldn't go below 30 pip. For example, you can place, if you get an entry below this, but see, it's not, yeah, it's 40 pip. So try first to go with 30 pip or below the last low, okay, or below the last low. Usually it's like 30 pip, but as I say, try to go below, okay. CAD yen is not thin. Yes, it needs to start to thin. When it starts to thin, it could be your entry. Or if stochastic cross at the candle close to the upside, then you can try to buy it. Okay? So either thin, this histogram starts to thin, and at the first sight, when this histogram starts to thin, you go to buy entry, and also you can wait for the candle to close and stochastic to cross from below above 20. Okay, let's use one more example so you can ask me later if something is not clear. Okay, we can use one more example. Euro New Zealand, for example. 4 hour tick. 1 hour thinning, okay? So it goes down. Probably when it touches this level, it will still have a trend, but it will be a loss of momentum, retracement. Now you see retracement. 15-minute is your time frame entry. So you want to see a drop to this level or just below this, and ideally this is ideal entry, guys. This was ideal entry. Okay, like this. See, This histogram was thick, but then it started to be thin. So you need to watch the charts. You cannot place pending orders with this. At the first sight of a thinning histogram, as soon as it starts to change from a thick to a thin, you buy. And you see what happened. What is this? 140 pips. Okay? At the first sight of this histogram, start to thin, you go with buy. Okay, so guys, I try to be very clear and concise. Now, please, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. Okay? 4 hour daily, probably, yes, tick. 4 hour thin, 15, 1 hour. Yes, this could go up from this region here. Sometimes you see, maybe it won't touch it, but it could be a buy trade, also not the next candle. It's very close to the channel bottom. Now about the good question, Nathan. What time of the day you recommend to trade? I recommend to trade during London and New York session. Maybe you can try to test it in Asia session, but because I sleep during Asia session, I really didn't have the time to test it during Tokyo. But I advise you to trade during first 3 hours of each session. As I said, Isabella, you can try to place stop. For example, if you enter here, you can place stop 5 pips below last low here, or 30 pip stop loss. So for example, if you enter here, okay, it's too much. So usually what I would do, I would try it with 30 pip fixed stop loss. Your first target is the middle line, and your second target is the top of the channel. Of course, you can use profit stop. Let's say that you are 15, 20 pips in profit. If you see that the price is hesitating to move, you can move your stop, let's say, to 15 pip of profit. But usually your stop loss should be around 30 pip. I went with 30 pip in testing phase, so try to go with 15 pip. Okay? Try it. It's not bad indeed. It has a good perspective. So I advise you to try it. Can you make entry 15-minute chart? Well, you can make entry on 15 minute, but you need to have the rules. The rules for 15 minutes are, okay, let me see, 15 minute. 4 hour strong, okay, tick. 1 hour tick, so it needs to start to thin. And then if it starts to thin, you go to 15 minute. Ideally, 15 minute would hit this level. You see, this is needed. The cross of this line, then rejection, and either stochastic from 80 to below, or thick histogram, thin histogram to become thick, so you make an entry. Okay, you can try that indeed. I think this is very clear, and try to test it, guys. If something is not clear, we can have another session of CBT system in the future, so you can ask me questions about the system. Target is, as I say, middle of the channel line, or and also the bottom of the channel line. But you can also place Camarilla or pivot points to go with Camarilla or pivot point targets. My email is tarantulafx@gmail.com. Okay, guys, so this is my email. Send me a request. I will email you the indicators then and the system. and you are free to test it. If you want, we can schedule another session for CBT where you can ask me questions if something is not clear. I can do that next month, so I will do that, and you can ask me questions, guys. Please use the system, test it, and tell me what's your opinion. If anything is not clear, be sure to ask me. Okay, if you don't have any questions, we can call it a day. So I think everything is clear. Please, if you have any questions, ask me. I will use this opportunity to show you a good trade, guys, which you could have had today. I don't know if you listen to my advice. Under technical analysis, I did Australian dollar analysis, and the price dropped from POC, and it's still dropping. So I hope that you made an entry here. You could have made more than 70 pip. The lowest time frame is 5 minutes. We don't go on 1 minute. The lowest time frame is 5 minute jack. Okay, 5 minute time frame. Okay, leave it during the night. I wouldn't. I didn't, Ethan, because I sleep during the night and I have never tested on Asia session. Frankly, I never tested on Asia session. So please, I don't know. I don't know. If you can use a trailing stop manager, then leave it at night. But you know, I usually want to follow my trades. Yes, I would close euro dollar. I would close the dollar, indeed, Australian dollar. Or I would use a profit stop, securing at least 40 pip, 50 pip. So move your stop loss to 50 pip profit if you are in the trade. Okay, Ethan, no problem. Another thing which I wanted to show you, I'm not sure if you remember my Forex Street analysis here, euro dollar, guys. Do you remember Friday when a lot of traders thought that it would go up? If you made an entry here, how much would have you got? Would have you made? It would have made you more than 150 pip, because the price hit this zone. It went to test 70, 80, but then it dropped almost 200 pips. So guys, this is the power of POC. Hidden divergence type 2. You will learn about this in our price action trading webinars. Okay, thank you for comments. Indeed, this looks promising indeed. So guys, do not overtrade. If you have 2 or 3 successful trades, do not trade. That is my general advice. I think this system has a perspective. So please try to test it. Try to speculate about it. Try to see how it behaves. I think it can have a good perspective. Thank you for listening, and thank you for attending the webinar. I don't see any further questions, so feel free to email me. We will do another session of CBT next month, and I hope that we will make another 100 or 200 pips on next session recap. Next session recap is on Monday. Do not forget to sign for next session recap. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you, Arne. Thank you, Roshan, and everyone. Bogumil. Thank you, and we will be here with you soon again. Thank you. Cheers, guys.